Dumpster Divas? Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. And today, it's not just an episode, it's the Dumpster Dive Live. And I am joined by the genius mind behind the Best Week Ever podcast, one of my favorite podcasts. Everyone should be listening to Best Week Ever. Follow Best Week Ever at Best Week Ever Podcast. And the host of that podcast, her name is Van, and she's always in the chat. Always in the chat on Dumpster Dive Live. So you're probably like, wait, did someone make it out of the chat and get into the live? She's here. Hi.
No, I made you invite me over.
No, you didn't. You didn't make me. I honestly I just kept forgetting. It's more out of a laziness on my end. I kept being like, oh God, I need to text in to have her come on the live, and then I'm like, the live is happening, and I'm like, oh no, I can't bring people into the live while the live's yeah. So I'm happy we're finally here doing this. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, of course. I'm so excited to dive in pop culture and Bravo.
Oh, I love that you're using the dumpster dive terminology. We're diving in. And I also love that you are, you could just kind of crawl up into that bunk bed at any point in time behind you.
Oh, it's so funny. I mention you all the time on my podcast. I'm like, I'm a dumpster dive diva.
I love it so much. You are one of our most loyal fans, and and confidant. I mean, you are a wonderful podcaster yourself. I want you to tell everyone though a little bit more about Best Week Ever, what the show is like, so they can go check it out.
Yeah, so I host Best Week Ever, where we talk about our worst and best week topics of pop culture, and literally we talk about everything. I let guests come in and tell me their rankings, and we just dive in of just talking about pop culture. It's what I love to do. And I also talk about a little nostalgia of the early 2000s because, I'm so into music, so I always ask everyone what your favorite music or song was in 2000 to 2010 because it's always different and unique.
What's yours? I've been on the show a couple times, but I feel like I don't remember what yours are.
Well,
Like, what's your
mine
go-to of that genre?
mine is definitely like Janet Jackson, but if you like for today cuz I've been listening to a lot of Aerosmith, Jaded by Aerosmith.
You know what? Aerosmith, I think when we get this highly anticipated Beyonce rock album, I really do believe that it's coming. I think it's going to trigger a wave of like like 90s rock and roll. Like not I'm not talking like emo, I'm not even talking grunge, but like really more peak like Aerosmith and who else? Like REM and like just like these like big bands that were like Radiohead. Like I feel like it's going. We don't have like big bands anymore. You know.
No, and like Aerosmith, I was like telling my daughter, it's the kind of music that makes you want to go like this, just like waving your hands all the time.
It's
Like,
so fun. It's like it's a genre that kind of doesn't exist anymore.
yeah.
Um, I'm sure I'm hopeful that Queen Mother Beyonce can bring that back into the mix. But that's so fun. What are you, wait, you are a big music head. Like, what are you loving music wise right now? Like, what are you listening to that's not Aerosmith?
Ooh, so I've been going back. So I had Kelly from Beyond the Blinds back from Laguna Beach
Mm-hmm.
Biatch on, and she like literally opened a portal for me about indie rock, kind of like Cheryl Crow, but like hit wonders, like the girl who sang 2 a.m. Breathe, Anna
I was
Nelly.
gonna say Anna. Literally was gonna say Anna Nellick. I when you said that genre, that's the first person that came to mind. Well, she had two. She had Breathe, and then she has one other. What is the other one? I was like obsessed with like Anna Nellick songs. Oh, I think In the Rough is. Do you know that song?
No, I only know that one, but
Play In the Rough. It's really good. Kix and I used to have that on repeat because I remember we would watch the VH1 videos, and she was always in the mix on the videos for some reason.
oh, the music videos is so like Y2K core too, especially. It's a
Wait,
great nostalgia.
Mary in the chat says the Fever Dream Super Bowl halftime of Aerosmith and Sync, MJB and Co. I love being a millennial. I agree. I feel that is a touchstone for most millennials. Like we all kind of remember where we were during that Super Bowl. Like I remember watching that and being like, "Oh my god, like culture has like touched down for me," you know?
Yeah, didn't Britney Spears like appear on that show too? I don't know. I just
Yeah, I
see
believe
her
so.
walking
That's
to
her. I think
Hamilton.
that's her only Super Bowl appearance. She's like one of our. She's one of our pop divas that has never done her own headlined Super Bowl. I believe. Yeah, no, she has not. Yeah, she appeared there at the end because actually she wrote about that in her book because that was like towards the end of NSYNC's. Sorry, not NSYNC. That's towards the end of her and Justin's relationship
Yeah.
when he was a cheating asshole. Can't stand that man.
But I don't know if you want to like talk about what's going on with him now.
We don't need to talk. It's Friday, Van. We don't need to talk about Lyme disease on a Friday.
No, it's too
That's
early.
reserved. That's reserved for Monday through Thursday. Okay. Yeah. Um. No, but an artist that I'm really liking right now that kind of honestly calls back to like crunchy early 2000s music. Her name is CMAT, CMAT. Kix and I are going to go see her in concert. She is from the UK, and she is an absolute delight. She's so funny, and she has a couple great singles that are out right now. One of them is like kind of viral on TikTok. It's called "Take a Sexy Picture of Me," but we're gonna go see her in a couple weeks. So if you're looking for a little like Lilith Fair vibe, like head to CMAT. Um, a rec for everyone.
I can't wait to check that out because I know me and Kix, we have similar taste in music, and I love that she went to go see Alamina. She's like a new punk pop artist, and I've
Hmm.
been following her too. And the fact that she got to see her live, I was like so jealous.
I I know she goes a little more lesbian indie than I do. But speaking of lesbian guys, you're looking at someone who was able to secure a Chapel Roan ticket. I'm going to go see her in September in New York. I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you. What do you think of the new song Subway? Because some people are kind of mixed. I
I
loved
like
it
it.
so far.
It feel
Yeah.
it actually kind of like similar to the genre we're talking about. It kind of falls in line with that like pop that like it's like I mean this not in a derogatory way. It's lesbian pop. Like it just is that. Like it just feels like a song that I mean the song itself is a lesbian love song about like and a breakup song about not wanting to see her ex on the subway.
I
Um
love the music video too. It's
so
so
good.
cute.
And actually, one of the artistic directors on the music video is a friend of mine, and I didn't know that she did it. And then I saw her tagged in the videos, and I was like, "Bianca, excuse me, wait, what is happening?" And she's like, "Yeah, I was an assistant, I was an AD on it." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" So shout out to Bianca.
That's history.
It is history. So I'm very excited to be reunited with the gays and the lesbians in Forest Hills, New York, to really dive into Chapel's discography in September. Also, something she did that was really awesome is that she no tickets were more than $180 in the whole venue. She was like, you can buy tickets anywhere from like I think it was like $50 to $180, and it was like that's it. She was like, I'm not looking to like break people's banks here. I think she's really trying to do something there.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't stop the scalpers though, right?
Well, no, some Gen Z. Well, so she uses a site where you cannot resell through the site for higher than the price.
Nice.
It's called AXS is the site, but of course there's some demon twinks in Brooklyn who are like posting on their stories like $1,000 for GA. I'm like we paid $150 for a GA like ticket on the floor. Like that's like what concerts should be. Like if you want to
Yeah.
spend a little money to get on the floor, that should be what it is, not thousands of dollars like I've paid for Beyonce. But anyways, we're not here to talk about my reckless fiscal habits. We're here to talk about Bravo and Bravo News and a little bit about this Orange County trip that just began. So let's hit this Bravo News. So I have a couple things pulled up here. Um, let's first start with okay, Real Housewives of Miami having a pretty good season. Um, they filmed the reunion yesterday, and the seating chart was posted today. And did you happen to see the seating chart that was going around?
Yeah, I really want to. I mean, obviously, there's a feud between Stephanie and Alexia right off the bat, right? Because first chair, first season,
Yeah,
it's huge.
I'm not anti a first chair first season. Like I think it's like I think it can be deserved, but I
With Gertie
believe
on third seat.
I believe in this instance we've really really lost the thread. So I'm looking at it right now. So we have sorry guys, I don't have the visual up, but I'll just read it off to you guys. So to Andy's left, we have Stephanie, Lisa, Gertie, and then Adriana. To his right, camera right, I guess we should say, it's Alexia, Larsa, Julia, Marisol, and then Kiki. Um, and most notably, Adriana, Marisol, and Kiki are technically friends of, so they won't really be there until maybe like 30 minutes into that first episode. But that puts Gertie and Julia both on the ends of the couches, which I'm like, this is one that's I don't even like Julia, but I'm like, they are the central story of this season. I don't really see why we're not putting the two of them center. I don't think Julia deserves the center seat, but like if Gertie's gonna have someone to banter off of, it should be at least Gertie and then Alexia and then maybe Julia sitting next to Alexia. But Stephanie's feud with Alexia to me feels very not. It feels very Housewives. It doesn't feel like that deep. Where Julia and Gertie have a pretty riveting kind of feud going on here.
Yeah, I don't think the producers are treating it that way though. I think
Yeah.
because Alexia is the Barbie of the cast, that she's always going to have her feud be the main story. But I wonder if it's like a ranking, but even the Lisa and Larsa feud is like kind of squashed right now until
Yeah,
further.
that's true. That one is not really a thing. Maybe it'll come back around, but yeah, the Gertie treatment is just really weird. And then Stephanie had the gall to go on Instagram and be like, "Heard you're mad that I'm first seat. Well, guess what? It's show business, baby." And I'm like, Stephanie, no one is. People are mad that you're first seat, but also people are actually just more mad that Gertie's not there. Like I don't think people are as angry with you as they are with just the fact that why is Gertie not there. So
Yeah,
she's
no.
really trying to insert herself in it. Wait, Nora's in the chat and she says that she has reunion tea that someone she knows was there all day yesterday. Nora, who do you know? Okay, well,
Name
is
them.
that tea? What's the tea then?
Name them.
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see the tea. Um, yeah. So what are you thinking about this season of Miami?
I'm loving it so far, but at the same time, I don't know how they're moving with against Gertie. I think it's really surfaced right now as it being resolved in this week's episode.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't like how they're kind of outcasting Gertie a little bit. And I feel like Kiki's looking at that. Like she sees it. I see her observing this past
Yeah, it's
episode,
fucking
just
weird.
like.
Yeah, I don't understand why Gertie is like. I mean, Kiki is falling in line with the popular girls. It doesn't really make sense with me, you know?
Yeah, no, and the whole PJ talk, it was so like 2016, like you're gonna be in my private jet, like that whole entire, and it was really a confirmation for me of Stephanie. I don't think she has friends because the way she didn't understand Alexia not taking the invitation for the private jet, and
Mm-hmm.
so is Marisol, and I'm like, yeah, I would do that too. That's kind of normal bestie basic 101 rules.
Right. Yeah.
So
That was very interesting. When they were like, oh, they were like, that's my friend, and also Stephanie. You could not catch me on a private jet that far going over the Atlantic. I'm sorry. You can barely catch me on a private jet, period, because it freaks the shit out of me. Buy me the nicest seat on the commercial plane. I don't need to be in the private jet.
yeah, I'm
Like,
okay to go to like one spot to like when they're in Spain. I was like, I'm fine to do that. But like, yeah, private jet for that long with all those women that you invited.
yeah, like what? Now Nora did offline with me and text me what the tea is, and I have to give Nora credit that the tea is piping. It's piping,
Sorry,
guys.
Nora.
I'm not gonna say it because then you guys all know that who the source was, but let's just say uh there's some hunting wives level storylines happening behind the scenes on Miami apparently. So Those who get it, get it. Let's move on though. So yeah, Miami's always a blast for me. I think more people need to be watching it. So, um, to take a semi-dark turn for a moment, but I haven't talked about it on the podcast at all yet. Um, this Denise Richards stuff is crazy that's happening with her and her ex. As Danny Pellegrino calls him, Big Dick Aaron. Um, so allegedly there was a restraining order between the two of them, and Denise broke the restraining order because Aaron had her dogs at his house and was threatening to like harm them. And so she went over to break the restraining order and be like, I need my animals, because he's saying all this stuff. And I feel like he's trying to trap her to get her to do what she did by going over there. So then that way he can take some sort of legal action. I think he's going to do anything he can do to get money out of her. Because in the end, we all know that she has the money in that relationship. She's Denise Richards. And this Aaron guy is going to try and take her for all she's worth because she cheated. It's like that. Abuse is cheating does not warrant abuse ever. Nothing warrants abuse. Like that's you are sick in the head. And we need health and happiness for Denise because she is a national treasure.
And this is like dangerous abuse too, because like, didn't he already put one of her pets down? Like it
Oh,
was
I didn't know about that.
apparently he like already put one of her pets down, and like the fact that his family are squatting in her house as well. Yeah,
That
this
stuff is crazy. And I guess, did they film a second season of that show?
no, but she is going to be on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills now. They announced
Yeah,
that.
so I have that here on my list. So she was spotted filming with the gaggle of Beverly Hills ladies. Um and I don't know if it was just a scene or if it was like if she's going to be joining in a more like friend of role halfway through the season, but I mean it's smart of her to go and do that because she deserves to get a check throughout all of this, and it's a good platform for her to tell this story on while Aaron is trying to trash her in the press. So I do support it. I always liked Denise on the show. I was just mad at how they treated her.
Yeah, they basically ran her off the show. She like
Just
didn't come back.
right, just because she liked to lick a little box here and there.
I
uh,
know, but
Nora
I
is
feel
over
like
here
she'll
in the
be
comment
safe.
section doing crazy things. She says, "Bravo and cocktails." Nora, you're just mad that you're not on the live at this point. No, she says that Bravo and Cocktails just said Lindsay Hubbard is filming a spinoff starting September 1st.
Good for
I
her.
not good for her, but I don't know about that. Good
Well,
for her. Collect the check, do the gig, but I don't know that I'm gonna be a viewer of that.
I think I will watch. She's been friends with Aaron Leachy,
But what's
and
gonna happen?
especially since we can't really see her baby daddy. That's right.
Right,
How
like
do you?
I don't really know. I'm trying to think about what the show is gonna be about, and I'm just not quite putting my finger on it. It's like what is the show?
I'm thinking like Bethany. You know how when she did her spinoff,
Yeah, I
Bethany
mean,
Leachy.
and Lindsay has a very Bethany like presence, definitely, but like she has a similar banter to her. I feel like so I can see it working, but she doesn't really have. We don't really know her ancillary characters in her life besides her Aunt Rhonda.
Yeah, Aunt Rhonda is the best.
Fly Aunt Rhonda up, please. Let's get her up here.
I'm sure
We
we'll
got
get people from the cast too, like Kyle, tearing up
her
when
best friend
watching each
Kyle.
other. Yeah.
um Also, we had so many things that happened this week. We also have Carol Radziwill made a triumphant return to the clubhouse, which I feel that a lot of people are in the same boat as I am. The second I saw her on Bravo TV, the network, as soon as I logged on to Peacock and saw her on the Peacock app, I said to myself, well, we need to bring her back. When you're gone for so long and you come back like that, it just makes us want. I forget everything that bothered me about her, and I just immediately want her back. What are your thoughts on Carol in general? And then, would you be welcome to her coming back?
I would love it. especially if they can do some sort of like, you know how Real Housewives of Atlanta they brought in old and new. I feel like Roni can benefit from that, bringing in some of the new like Psy and unfortunately Erin. I see Nora saying like not Erin Leachy, which is
No,
true.
we
I don't like her, but she's kind of
no, she's
important
good
in the
for the show.
cast. Yeah,
She's got to be in the mix.
and I feel like I would love to see her back. I actually love her banter with Andy, so if she can like come back and just like shoot the shit with Andy, I would love that.
Oh, totally. I agree. I actually think that she would be a good mix with the like current cast or like pieces of it. Like
Well,
if
she's cool, Carol. Like,
yeah, if we had Carol come back with so I we were talking about this on today's episode of the podcast with Tria, but like so because there are rumors that they're doing like old some of the current and then some new people as the new cast that was supposed to start filming this summer in New York. They're not filming yet, but
that
um
we know
that
of.
we know of. Yeah. I could see like a Dorinda, Luann, and maybe Carol, the three of them. And then we have Cy, who do we have? Cy, Jessel, and Aaron. And
And
Uba
I like
maybe.
Raquel too, though.
Oh, I like Traquella too.
And I
And
don't.
then
And it could be a big cast. I don't care.
yeah, throw 10 women up there all over the boroughs and let's figure something out. And then we
Yeah,
got to throw in some newbies, but
and
um
not influencer. I need Delulus. I
we
need
need
real
Delulu we need
new
Delulu biddies.
bosses.
um Nora, okay, Nora is texting me and in the comments. Nora, I love you, but I'm trying to record a podcast here, so I actually can't. I'm gonna have to close my texts. Thank you, Nora. Um,
Kisses.
kisses. Talk to you in 38 minutes. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, Carol came back to the clubhouse. We all loved that. She looks gorge. Um, Andy also had some moments online this week. Andy was shading Martina with friend of the pod John Hill on Radio Andy about her crazy surrogacy comment. I don't think we're going in hard enough on
We're not.
Martina.
We like this last week's episode. We were like having a whole segment about Martina talking to Stephanie's husband. I was like, we don't need this. I don't want to know anything more about Martina. Like, she's not a housewife. Why are we having out of all
Yeah.
of the time too, especially with Andy going back on her and saying, yeah, it's not enough.
No, I completely agree. And y'all, there is something I said this on the podcast. I will say it forever. There is something sinister about Martina and Julia and those kids. I'm y'all, there's something off about it.
Well, the fact that Julia's daughters are not like talking to her too, and I'm like, oh, is it because she still doesn't know where her school is? Like,
Maybe that was so weird.
you know, that's like
I
a red flag
just
right there.
yeah, the fact that the girls won't talk to her about this adoption and then the fact that she was like I'm not going to have the boys on camera and then she got into this fight where she threw water assaulted a black woman on the show. And the coincidence is that she did that and then all of a sudden are touting around her two black children that she now adopted. I just find it all very clunky and weird. And it feels like she's like, look at me doing the good thing. It's like, you shouldn't do good things to clear your conscience. You should do good things because you want to do good things. And those boys need a home, but like, and it is a good effort, but like, don't throw them on a show
And they're not
as
fully
a
adopted
story.
either, from what I've heard. Like, this is all alleged, but they're not like they don't have the full adoption to like have them film like that either.
Yeah, that
It
I
is
don't like
hard.
to hear that. And also I think it's weird that we're seeing both Julia and Martina just like out and about in Miami while these two boys are at their house with like whoever their childcare is. It's like these boys just got adopted, thrown into Miami, thrown on a reality television show, and you're filming every day sometimes without them, with the two of you travel. It's like, no, like I'm not trying to judge people's parenting. It's more just like I just want to make sure that like they're the focus right now, not filming the reality show. It just feels like a bizarre move and timing to do all of that.
Yeah, poor decisions for sure.
Very poor decisions. And then last little Bravo news we had so I think it was last week we got like a brief little teaser of Lisa Vanderpump being like, my children are back. I don't know, something about like how VPR is coming back. And then friend of the pod Ryan Bailey, he looked I don't know how he went about this, but I guess he just was Googling Vanderpump Rules, and on Wikipedia it says that the premiere of Vanderpump Rules season whatever is October like 24th or something, end of October. So we have it coming. Is it something we care about? I can't quite decide if I care.
I'll give it a chance, but you know what? If I'm seeing Lisa every episode, I'm turning it off. Cause like she tried to make Vanderpump Villa happen,
Yeah.
and if she's gonna be into these, what they're gonna be in their 20s, how old is Lisa Vanderpump? That's like too much meddling for her. If she can just let the cast be and do their thing, I'll give it a chance to watch.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough for me. Lisa really bothers me. I don't know what it.
Yeah.
She didn't used to. She was like one of my faves in the those early times, but now for some reason,
It's because
just
now we know she was trying to like defend Sandoval and Schwartz
yeah.
and
She's always been
Jack.
like, boys will be boys. It's like, okay, girl, that's it's a very it makes me upset. I don't like it. Things that don't make me upset though. Actually, I don't know if that's totally true, but Orange County. I want to dive into Orange County. This season is kind of making me upset. Actually, that was a bad transition because what I don't know what we're doing necessarily.
In terms of what? Of
A
like
show.
everybody siding with Tamra. I'm like scared. How like
Yeah.
everyone is just like Tamra doesn't really like show her emotions. Like, what are you talking about? That Tamra doesn't show her emotions? Like, she's mean girl all the time, showing her
Yeah,
emotions.
I know. It doesn't it doesn't and Tamara's always on a journey. She's always on a healer's journey, just like Jax. And I just I think she's necessary for the show. Unfortunately, I do think she's a presence that we can always count on for making television. Um, but I don't know. Something's off. Something's off. And I know she's gonna go this stuff with Teddy. I do you
He's
think that
not filming with her. Like, we
I
haven't seen
know.
him, right? I think there's, some trouble at home with Tamara and Eddie.
Okay, so you said it. But I know I have alleged that. I think I said that on the episode that came out today, but I do think I was listening to the Bitch Sesh girls and they were talking about this as well and how they're like how Eddie has kind of like become an old man and like he just isn't like that sort of like party guy that she used to have with her. I think she's a little lost. I don't think she understands her place on this show. I don't her friendships are completely different. Like she doesn't have the friends she used to. Her and Vicky are not friends. She's not friends with Shannon. She never really liked Heather, and so she's like trying to be friends with Heather, but she doesn't have an organic friendship with anyone on the show.
And I'm pretty
She,
convinced she pays her daughter to film with her. And
probably,
her
yeah.
daughter's probably like, as long as I get to talk about my music and get some promotion on it.
I'm sorry. And this is love and light to her daughter. I don't think she's gonna get like a big uptick in like streams from just talking about her songs on the Houses of Orange County. Because she's just like a very, very ancillary character. She's not like a friend or anything. She's just like, hey, I have a song.
And I'm selling my mom's clothes.
Yeah, it's yeah, and Eddie's not there. It is really interesting. He's just up in Big Bear all the time, apparently. But um, and then this stuff with, and then like she's built this podcasting empire that I have not given any of my ears or dollars to, but she's built this podcasting empire and is standing on, as the kids say, standing on business. The business she's standing on is bloggers, is talking to the press, is all this. And it's like, Tamara, you are the press.
And it makes sense. I just realized, shout out to Jesse from Jesse's Girl. He pointed out that Emily works in that network for, I guess Tamara's like the boss of that network for whatever they podcast. And
Mm-hmm.
Emily has a podcast with, I think it's with Teddy. So basically, like, Emily, like, Tamara's is Emily's boss. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that's why she's always up her ass, always covering for Tamara, always like the fact that she was trying to make Gretchen apologize for like the Facebook post, and like Shannon's like, that's one of 10,000. That it's like
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah. No, no, totally. And also, like, the podcasting world is so interesting now because, like, that Emily is has that one show, and I bet you she makes bank off of it because, like, people will just listen. Like, we are maybe not the market, and, like, I don't think the dumpster divas are the market completely either, but I know people that, and they listen to the show, so they're gonna be like, why did you call me out like that? But I know people who consume those podcasts, like the podcasts that, like, we're always like, why that, like Vile Files, Two T's in a Pod, is that what it's called? I think so.
Yeah.
Like, they consume all that stuff because they want to hear from the housewives. Like, I think the older ilk of Bravo fans don't want to hear from the housewives. We want to hear from, like, our favorite people talking about housewives,
I know.
but
And now we're mixing them in with
I
the
know, but
housewives.
Emily, but Tamara makes bank over there, having a podcast network with all the ad dollars over all those podcasts. She makes money on all, and I don't even think she's a gifted voice behind a mic.
I don't think I've heard her. Yeah, not even.
I have listened. I listened. I think I've listened like 3 times. So the first time I listened was her and Teddy had on, like, the Fox Force 5 on the show, talking about, like, one of the new seasons, and I was like, I gotta just hear what's going on. It was like during the Erica like crime fallout, like the COVID season. So I was like, I need to hear, like, what goes on here. And then I also listened to when, I don't know how they got away with this, but the Watch What Crappens boys did, like, a crossover episode with them, and I listened to that. Which I think it's crazy that Tamara agreed to do that because they just roast Tamara every single
They have a song.
episode. No, I know. It's they hate her. It's so crazy that Tamara was like, "Let's do it." I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, no, that's intimidating for sure. Can you imagine if she was like, I'm gonna invite Tom to the
I know, and
podcast?
I'm sitting here, like, eviscerating her. I know. No, but she would have come and eviscerate me because I'm a small podcast. So she'd be like, "I want to take him down." That's like her. That's her mo. Is like she just wants to take people down. It's weird.
I know, and you can clearly see that this season. Like she just wants to take people down.
Yeah, that's kind of what she always is, though.
True.
What are your thoughts on Gretchen here in this batch of women?
Um, well, I love seeing her face and her real nose, and I kind of like her being on because she's like the only one that can stand up against Tamara's bullshit. And she kind of like, I love that she's observing and like just seeing, calling Tamara's shit
Yeah.
because nobody else will.
Hmm. And I do have to giggle every time she's like, when I am praying about everything that's going on between me and Tamara, and that maybe I'll have some discernment, moving forward. It's like the power of prayer is not gonna get you to mend fences with anyone on the Real Housewives. Redirect the prayer elsewhere. If prayer is your therapy, I can think of 30 other things to pray about than Tamara Judge.
I know she's already gone. Like, there's no point.
No,
Save your prayers, Gretchen.
say please, please. Um, do you like New Orleans?
I've never been.
You haven't. Okay. So the ladies head up to New Orleans. I have been to New Orleans. I went on a bachelorette party there. I was there for way too long. I was there for 4 nights. Way too many nights. I ended up, like, staying an extra day because of, like, a flight issue. So I was there so long, and all of the food is, I call it brown and tan because, like, everything is like, it's a a tan piece of bread with like a brown piece of fried meat with a side of tan fries. I'm like, can I get can I get a vegetable? And we were with this girl who she went and bought a bag of kale and was just eating some of the bag of kale because she's like, I need like fiber. Like I don't have anything in my body except po' boys and Miller Lite.
Yeah, I don't really like po' boys, but I do want to go just because Married to Medicine. Do you remember when they went to New Orleans and
Wait,
um
when did they go to New Orleans? When was that?
and they went to like Bourbon Street and Simone took what's her name? I'm forgetting her name. Why am I blanking on her name? She's like running for Congress or
Oh,
something.
Dr. Heavenly.
She took her, yeah, and she was like, "No, no, I'm not going in there." Like, and
Wait,
I'm
this
like, "I
is so
want to
funny. I don't
go now."
remember it.
I'm pretty sure it was New Orleans. They went to like a New Orleans trip.
Oh, yes, I have it pulled up here. Oh, it was yes, it's one of the older seasons. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
in
and then
2017. Yeah.
with Contessa, I'm sorry, that's from Kendrick, and I've taken it way too far. Like
Well,
I
that's
can
how
never
Heavenly
just say.
says it. Contessa.
And yeah, and that's how like that's where it started. Like the root of the problem between Contessa and Dr. Heavenly was like she took me to this shop. And yeah.
My one nightmare story though, when I was there, I got chased home by a I don't know that they had a home or not, but they were not well in the head. They were on the street with like a ton of bags of things, and I was walking home. It was like 4 a.m. We were all staying at different hotels, so like we were all together, and the hotels were all very close. So my walk, it was truly like a 5 minute walk to the hotel. And so I'm like, okay, guys, I'm gonna go head home. I'm I'm lit up. I can't keep drinking Tito's and soda with y'all. And so I'm walking home, and this man is like, "Hey, you want to be my friend?" And I was like, "It's like, no, I don't want to be your friend." And he literally picks up all of his belongings and starts chasing me like this. He's like,
Don, that is so scary.
it was so scary. And I found like I literally was running and I found a group of people that were standing outside of a bar having a cigarette. And I was like, can I stand with you for a second? This man is following me with like IKEA bags going, want to be my friend?
Ugh. One of my scariest movies is The Leprechaun, and the way you were
It
running,
was
just
that
like
essentially. Man, that's one of your scariest movies. Those movies are
when
so
I was a kid.
stupid.
Yeah, I saw it when that was my first scary movie at like 6 or 7 years old. And yeah, it's still the scariest thing. And it's so ironic. My 5-year-old daughter's favorite holiday is St. Patrick's Day, and she thinks the leprechaun is cute. And I'm like, this is like triggering me.
That's so funny. You need to show her the leprechaun.
No. Be traumatized like I
No,
was.
no, if you show it to her, then she
Oh,
won't
the
like it
future.
anymore. No, she just won't like it. She'll be like, "Oh, I don't like St. Patrick's Day anymore." No, New Orleans. I think I'll go if I go again. I'll do it differently. Bourbon Street is crazy. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Sounds like
the ladies
Vegas.
are there. They're bopping around. They're staying at a beautiful hotel. And we head to this dinner, and everything seems to be pretty hunky dory with the bunch. But this trip is where we get Tamara quitting, which we all knew she would quit for approximately 5 business days and then come crawling back.
And I think Gina's calling her out. She's like, "You're sloshed."
Which I'm kind of like, I'll have to see it. I don't always love like the slosh thing because it's like, let people like get sloshed in New Orleans. I mean, who really cares? But I assume she's sloshed and like causing shit. So
Be like, "Yeah, Luann, I'm drinking."
yeah, I'm drinking, Luann. Bring back Tinsley. That's who really we could
I
throw in the
know.
mix.
They really messed up with Roni taking away Tinsley. I feel.
Well, I
I
think
fear.
I think Tinsley messed up by trying to marry that man, and that didn't work. And then
Or do a Real Housewives of Chicago. I mean, like, I'm down for it. I'd be so thrilled for
she would
that.
not mix well with the Chicagoans, though. Like the real Chicago. Like I'm sorry, people from Chicago. She would not mix well with the people of Chicago.
But I would love seeing her try, you know?
Like seeing her trying to eat like a deep dish pizza. Just I can't picture it, y'all. Um, Yeah, I mean, what else happened in the episode? We had waiters spilling. Oh, you know what? We did have Jen said that she essentially does not have a working vagina,
Yeah, she had pelvic floor surgery. And I was like, wow, and Ryan is really a good guy. Like,
and he's horny. He is
that's what I'm
horny.
saying. I was like, she said she's tried, but I love how Katie was like, her mouth must be really tired. Like,
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's. I feel like he's like.
unless it's the backdoor access.
Well, they absolutely have anal. They give like straight people who regularly have anal vibes. Can we say anal on YouTube? I don't know. I might get taken down for that. um, yeah, and then Shannon is terrible. I can't. I really can't stand her that much anymore. But I did laugh when she was like, when Katie, Katie was like, "You, I have a sex. I film myself having sex. Who hasn't filmed herself having sex?" And Shannon was like, "We all know you like to do that. Film things."
Which I just got reminded that she filmed Kelly at the Ireland trip. So what are
Yes,
we
we
doing?
we've talked about it here on the podcast. I think it was last week. Someone or somewhere. I agree. People aren't talking about it enough on the show. I'm positive Andy will bring it up at the reunion because we got to bring that receipt. Like, girl, you have filmed people yourself. You just don't like the idea. I think, unfortunately, and this is dark, it comes from a sad insecurity place. She doesn't like the idea that people have like footage of her in a bad light on her phone. She's so deeply insecure about everything about her, and the idea that people are like looking at her in that way. But at the same time, I'm like, you realize that's a camera. Like you're on camera all the time,
Showing your coochie.
showing your coochie, acting crazy. You've acted insane on television for 10 years now. Like we have enough like negative footage of you. Like I don't think that you need to be so worried about the shit that went down at the gallery shoot, you know?
Well, what do you think of the commercials that she's doing with Freaky Friday? Because I actually do love that commercial of Shannon
Yeah,
and her
with her
daughter.
daughter. I
Yeah.
thought it was cute. Yeah. The thing is like there Shannon like I don't know. I go back and forth. Like I find that she has a place on the show because we need the kooky old biddies. I just wish that she was a little bit of a better person, I think.
That's never gonna happen, Tom.
I know. It just bums me out that she's so mean to the crew.
I know. And
Y'all, if you have this is now her like third instance report of her being nasty to crew, I think the problem is Shannon.
I just love how she's like, I'm looking for a man that has a kind heart. And I'm like, ooh. But you're not, your heart is like black, Shannon.
But she doesn't find she always says that, but none of the men she's ever with are kind.
Yeah, you're right.
Like she always said John Jansen was kind, and then afterwards like he's terrible, and it's like, well, what? I just I think
It's
she's got a bad picker, unfortunately.
bad pickup.
Well, what happened? Did you finish? Did you watch the Love Hotel? Did you watch that?
I tried for 4 episodes, Tom,
Okay,
and
you
I
made it
just
further than
couldn't.
me. Yeah,
I couldn't. It was
but what do you know?
boring.
What happened with that man?
Which one?
The
Because
one
she
that
keeps
she like
bringing up.
went to the end with. That like
Oh,
you met
Earl.
him because Earl. Yeah.
I don't know. She was picking on him the whole entire time. There was this one scene, and it was probably the best clip because he's like, "I don't eat vegetables," and she's like, "You don't eat vegetables," and the Shannon most reaction ever, and he's like, "Why do you have to talk to me like that?" Like,
Yeah, like I'm a baby or something. Yeah.
yeah. She's like, "It's but you don't eat vegetables."
But I do think a lot of straight men don't eat vegetables. And they all they do is just drink protein powder and then walk around and fart up a storm everywhere. Straight men are gross, y'all. My
Don't
heart always
tell me.
goes
I'm married to
my
one.
I know. My heart always goes out to the women who are straight or on any sort of spectrum but married and partnered with men because I'm like you had to work to find the good one. Cuz some of these men are oh god.
They try, some of them.
They do try. And I'm sure that your husband is very 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 sweet, but
Yes, he's
um
so sweet.
yeah. The thing is when they're good, they're great as Frosted Flakes says. But yeah, that's kind of OC. We don't have a lot going on, and like right now at the first start of the trip, we're barreling towards these next couple episodes. I think are going to be pretty crazy. And we're on this trip for probably 3 episodes, and then we also have another trip coming up. I think they go to France. They go somewhere else because Katie does not attend with them. I think
Yeah.
it's France, somewhere where Shannon can throw on an accent and a novelty outfit and pretend that she's from that country.
It sounds like a Heather trip too. Like,
Oh
let's
God,
go
it really is
study.
Heather.
I know. She's what a flop Heather is, like trying to tell Jen, well, I'm trying to see in Tamara's perspective. I'm like, girl, this is so bad.
She's just trying. So she's sometimes really clunky with television, with like pretending for television. It's we see what you're doing, but so. Well, is there anything else Bravo related that you're loving? Anything else you want to touch on before we wrap it up today, Vanessa?
Well, obviously, I love Next Gen NYC, and I'm hoping that they're filming again. I know that you already discussed about the rumors of Next Gen LA.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it a try. I just,
I'm here for it. I'm here for next gen, whatever town we find. They seem to have found something good with New York, so I'm happy to see it be a franchise that moves elsewhere.
yeah, I would love it because, yeah, Next Gen NYC was so great. I had a great time.
You know where could be good is next gen Salt Lake City. Although we don't really have kids in that town, but but based off of the kids on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, I think we would have a show.
Or Miami without Peter though. I don't want
Oh
Peter.
God, no! But Peter, I'm worried he would try and crawl onto that set though. He's so dark sided.
Yeah, he's. I just seeing him in the screen, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, he upsets me. Well, guys, this kind of brings us to the end of our live today. Van, tell everyone. Well, first of all, thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy you were able to hop on. Tell everyone about Best Week Ever again and where they can follow you, listen to you, support the podcast.
Well, thank you for inviting me. One, I can't wait to see all of you guys back on the chat next week. But you guys can follow me on Best Week Ever podcast on Instagram, and you can listen to me on wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. And yeah, I'm gonna have Tom soon this
Yes,
fall. So
please.
I know I've been taking a little bit of a break, but yeah, I love talking pop culture. So hit me up.
Yeah. And guys, make sure to support Dumpster Dive on all podcast platforms by rating us 5 stars. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not already. You're here. And leave a comment on the episodes that you like on Spotify, here on YouTube. And everyone have a fabulous rest of their weekend. I will talk to y'all later. We're going to listen to the music and dance a little bit. Okay, ready? And a 5, and a 4, and a 3, 2, 1.